Today, we're in Berlin, the vibrant and historical capital of Germany. It has undergone rapid change and development over the last century, more than most cities. From almost being completely destroyed during World War II, divided and now reunited and experiencing rapid growth, this is a city that deserves your undivided attention. Follow us as we take a historic free walking tour of the city and discover the top 15 historic sites.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
But first, let's check into our hotel. So this is the Holiday Inn Express in Berlin. This was roughly 150 euros for one night versus the Ostel, which was about 70 euros per night. And check out that view. This also comes with a TV, Wi-Fi, shower. Didn't think you'd see this in Berlin. A little bit of München. Okay, we're at the Hofbrauhaus. They have one here in Berlin, and I just got currywurst. Comes with french fries, and I got pretzel, and BP got a beer. And they have a band. And you can watch soccer here. So I'm at the Brandenberg Gate, and we're going to take the free walking tour of the city. This is the Brandenberg Gate, one of the most iconic symbols. Very international crowd here today. This gate is one of the only things that survived the two-day bombing raids. This is the Hotel Adlon, where the Michael Jackson baby dangling incident happened.
This is here to commemorate, to memorialize these 6 million lives, but it's also here to educate at the same time. Can't change what's happened in the past, but you can use it to alter what may be happening in the present or in the near or in the distant future. So what I love most about it is that it is interactive and that everybody's experience, everybody's interpretation, everyone's different ways of looking at this or taking something away from it is going to be completely different.
So this is the Holocaust Memorial to the murdered Jews. It's very abstract. What looks like gray cinder blocks is supposed to represent the millions of people who died, but it's up for interpretation. You can really feel kind of like a heaviness of the situation walking through here. It feels like dominoes are gonna collapse on you. There are 2,711 blocks here, but it's impossible to tell the extent of it just by walking through. And you could kind of derive the meaning that you can't accumulate the extent of the Holocaust until after the events. 6 million people died. The area doesn't look like hardly anything, but underground, under our feet, is where Hitler died, committed suicide at the end of the war. This is where his bunker was.
Hitler's life rather than hooray celebrating his death. There you go, so they blew it up and destroyed the entire thing. It no longer stands. But to be honest, that doesn't really matter because it's more the symbol of this bunker and the importance of Hitler's death.
There was a protest in East Berlin. The workers went on strike because they kept having to work harder and harder for no more pay, and when they asked for compromise, they were gunned down. And this is a political mural that symbolizes what it was supposed to look like in the GDR. Workers coming together, this kind of peaceful, happy spirit of socialism. This is the original German Air Force Museum. Look at this concrete block building. It's also one of the few buildings that survived the bombings. Very imposing, very just scary building. They organized the Air Force government raids. So 70%. 70% of Berlin was destroyed, but not the Air Force headquarters. This whole boulevard had all the Nazi buildings. They were all destroyed.
Is the actual wall. This has not been moved or rebuilt or repaired in any way. This is as tall as it was, this is as thick as it was, and this is exactly where it used to stand. That's Germany. And when the Iron Curtain goes up, I'm going to need an assistant. The curtain goes up, 1953, we have the uprising. People want to leave, but they can't go this way. So what they do instead is make their way to Berlin. And it's quite simple. If you lived in Leipzig, which is just down here, hop on a train, hour and a half, you can put into the western side of the city. If you live in Oranienburg, 47 minutes away by S-Bahn. In the east, you enter into Friedrichstrasse, exit the western side, boom, you have done it. If you live in Berlin, you just have to walk across this street. Once you're over there, you're in West Berlin. When you're in West Berlin, you find a refugee spot. You say, hello, I'm from East Germany, I'd like to leave. Can you help me? They'll say, yeah, let's go. They will then take you from West Berlin into West Germany, where you can apply to become a West German citizen.
In 1961, the Berlin Wall was constructed to prevent the influx of people leaving East Berlin, dividing the city in half.
The Berlin Wall?
Yep.
Stood right here.
This is the American side. That's Sergeant Jeff Parker. So under the KFC, you see the American side. This is all recreated. None of this is real, but it symbolizes the checkpoint that you had to go through to get to from east to west, mostly for visitors and the Allied troops. German and French cathedrals, Protestant cathedrals, both destroyed in the war, but you can see the dark spots were recovered by rebel women. They would go through all the rubble and piece it back together, and the white parts are new, all reconstructed. Wow, look at this plaza.
Create a sort
This
of
is the book
shadow.
burning monument.
Look down and look to the opposite side.
Where the book burning happened, and they gathered all the books that were written by anyone that they considered un-German. They burned them and right outside of a university.
But the quote is also incredibly telling and very specific as well, because it says, that was just the foreword, where you begin by burning books, you will end by burning people. That was written in 1820. He was talking about events that happened in the 1500s over in Spain.
We are back in Berlin. BP is back after how many years, BP?
48.
48 years? BP, are you retracing your steps today?
Sort of.
BP, you didn't come here in the 70s?
I didn't make it to the Russian embassy.
Oh,
Only the
couldn't
western side of
couldn't
the
go
city.
on this side?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty nice embassy. Wait, we gotta film this. This is the Russian embassy. Check this out. Look at how huge this place is. Very grandiose. Look at, we're in the Ampelmann Store. So we are at the Ampelmann Store in Berlin, and here you can buy the symbol of Berlin, which is the crosswalk man, and they have literally everything made out of him. You can buy pasta, you can buy beach chairs, you can buy shirts, you can buy soap, and MVP's getting a magnet. Berlin train station. U-Bahn. The best way to get around Berlin is by foot, bike, Uber, or better yet, U-Bahn. so cool. They used to have these things called ghost stations here. They're all open now. Also, the Eastern German stations have no escalators, just stairs.
I'll see you later.
It's like we're at the beach.
Yeah.
Beach Club in Alexanderplatz. Just like we're on a beach at a beach club. They even have lockers for your stuff. We hope that you enjoyed this tour of Berlin. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more travel videos.